It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 7th day of May, 2020. And I'm going to tell you right up front, folks, I'm not having a very good day today. If I sound a little slurry to you guys, I had the extraction on Monday and I was fine on Tuesday. Actually, the extraction itself is fine. I mean, it's not bothering me at all. But apparently I had a little spur of some type that was sticking out of my gum beneath, down below where the tooth was. And the dentist that did the extraction said, well, we'll wait for a couple weeks and come back and take a look at it. It might just go away. Well, instead of going away, it apparently has shredded my tongue. And the back of my tongue, I'm in actually more pain now than I was in with the stupid tooth. So I've been on the horn this morning trying to get back and forth with dentists, and the dentist that did the extraction says, well, we can't do that. You have to go to a oral surgeon for that. And the first one I called, which happens to be right next door, they can't see me till the 20th of May. I said, what? I'm in pain right now. So I called another one. They can't see me till next week. So I called my dentist back and said, okay, look, I got to do something about this now. And I said, I'm getting ready to go live on the air. So, send me an email. So I don't know what's going to be become of this yet. But anyway, so if I sound a little slurry, it's because my tongue is actually swollen from the shredding of whatever's sticking out of my jaw back here. So anyway, enough for that this morning. Good morning to everybody. I know Gretchen's with us. I didn't see anybody else yet today. My other thing that I'm having problems with, folks, I've started a war with Norwegian. I made the decision, folks. I've talked about just taking the cruise credit, and then maybe I could get two cruises out of it in the long run for my cancellation of Alaska. Well, I decided with all the problems Norwegian's having, and with all the information that I was getting back from all over the place, that we weren't going to see cruises until well into next year, and it's still being questionable how senior citizens are going to be reacted to, especially if there are underlying conditions, of which I have some. I'm overweight, I'm obese. My issues are not specifically the COVID-19 problems, but still, I'm overweight and I have some lung issues from my years of smoking, but they're not serious at this point. But still, so I'm in that pesky category. So I decided, look, at my age, I'm going to go on and cancel, get a refund, and get my money back. So I started the process between vacations to go where I booked it and Norwegian. And finally, after the vacations to go, nobody's working because of the shutdown. And then when I finally got back to me, they said, well, you need to contact Norwegian. They're handling this for us. So I contacted Norwegian. And when I finally got a hold of somebody there yesterday, they said, well, you have to wait till tomorrow to do the form. There'll be a new form live tomorrow morning, and you can put in for the refund then. So I said, okay. So I went back and did the form this morning and submitted it, and it won't let me submit because it only goes from the 15th of May. It doesn't go back to the 11th of May when I was supposed to sail. So I got back on the phone and called these people back and waited for an hour, which I'm not a very good waiter, waited for an hour with Norwegian and finally got them on the phone, explained the situation, that the form would not let me put in the 11th of May. And when it says it has to be the 15th or after, it won't take it because then my records don't match. So they're running me around in circles. So I said, I just need somebody to force the information in so I can process for a refund. And so she puts me on hold again after I've waited an hour already to have the phone answered. And finally, she comes back and says, well, we're sorry. You should have done that 2 weeks ago. That form is now no good. And all we can do is give you a credit. I said, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago, I was going to take the credit. I'm not going to take the credit now. I have to have the refund. You've had my money for several months. I want a refund. Well, we're sorry. You can't do that. You have to go back to Vacations to Go. I said, Vacations to Go told me to contact you people. So could get no help. I'm angry at Norwegian. They have lost a customer. I'm angry at Vacations to Go. They're not getting back to me. They have lost a customer. So that on top of my stupid tongue, I'm just angry as hell at everybody today. So, okay, let's see. Who else here before we get on to the stories for the day? Gretchen's here. Tom Henry, good morning, Tom. I know you'll be upset with me for being angry at Norwegian, but sorry. Jason's here. He says, hey, everyone. Bonnie's with us. Robert, hey, Robert, how you doing? Tom Henry has an appointment with a surgeon. What does it say, Tom? Next Wednesday, placed 2 weeks ago, shoulder surgery. Oh, he's got shoulder issues. Wow. And everybody's saying good morning to everybody else. And yeah, Bonnie, I know your cruise has been canceled. Sorry about that one. I hope you end up doing better than I'm doing with NCL. I'm just really, I'm really angry with them. Emily's with us. Hey, Emily, good to see you again. She got up to make some cookies. Sweet. You got butter and she can make cookies. So Emily's up making cookies before she goes out and walks the dog today. That's cool. Okay, so Amy's here. Hey, Amy. Everybody's got a nice crowd again this morning. Let's get to the stories for the day, folks. You know, yesterday, both Norwegian, I'm not Norwegian, I've got them on the brain now. Holland American and Princess came out with changes in their schedule, which I found a little odd since Carnival, the parent company, had made their big to-do just a few days before, and it seems like Holland America and Princess have gone pretty much a different route. So here's basically what Holland America has said in their news release yesterday, that they have extended the pause of global cruise operation. They have canceled all Alaska, Europe, and Canada, New England cruises for 2020. In addition, Amsterdam will not operate the 79-day Grand Africa voyage that went from Boston to Fort Lauderdale. It was scheduled to depart October the 3rd. So those are what Holland American has done. Now, I have gone through my website again and made the appropriate changes to Holland America on the site. So that's everything that I have on the FNC website is up to date. And basically, I didn't find that terribly strange, especially with Alaska. I pretty much knew Alaska was done for the year. I did find that Europe, they're shutting down Europe for all of 2020. Basically, they're saying 2020 is done, I think, is the bottom line of this. Now, Princess is a little different. Princess, in their news release, which came out about an hour later yesterday, have extended the operations for the remainder of the summer season due to the reduced air flight availability, the closure of cruise ports in regions around the world, and other factors impacting international travel, Princess Cruises is extending its pause of global ship operations and has therefore made the extremely difficult decision to cancel select cruises through the end of the 2020 summer season. Here's the following changes. All remaining Alaska cruises on Emerald Princess and Ruby Princess. All remaining European and transatlantic cruises on Enchanted Princess, Regal Princess, Sky Princess, Crown Princess, and Island Princess. Summer Caribbean cruises and all Canada cruises on the Caribbean Princess and the Sky Princess. And summer to fall cruises departing from Japan on Diamond Princess, Australia-based cruises on Sapphire Princess and Sea Princess, and July cruises sailing from Taiwan on Majestic Princess, and fall cruises sailing to Hawaii and French Polynesia on Pacific Princess. Those are all canceled. Now, if that did not cover a Princess cruise, I guess they're still hoping to go on those cruises. So, I'm not really sure. But this whole thing is just telling me that they really know there's not going to be any cruising the rest of the year. That's some of you guys got upset at me with saying that the other day. That's the way I see it. And nothing from this is changing my opinion. It's just shoring it up. So the other thing that was in the news from when I was on the air on Tuesday is Royal Caribbean, and they have not come out with any changes in their dates, but they have published what they're trying to do in procedures to get back to cruising. So Royal Caribbean's statement said yesterday, with cruisers anxious to get back to sailing but worried about precautions will be taken to keep them safe, Royal Caribbean International released a look at the efforts they're undertaking and an update to their website. This all came from their website, folks. They hope to return to service soon with cruises. Let's see, it says, here's the steps they're undertaking. They are developing a screening process as well as onboard health procedures, which their medical team is working on in conjunction with CLIA, Cruise Line International Association, and various governmental health officials. One thing Royal Caribbean went on to say was to clarify that the previously announced requirements that older cruisers, that's like me, folks, older cruisers like me and those with chronic health conditions provide a doctor's note, that is not currently in effect. So they've thrown away that one, thank goodness. Although that's one thing I really didn't mind if they had continued with that. I could understand that. But that apparently is out the window, so that must be, I don't know, somebody objected to that had more power than I do, so that one's gone now. Enhanced sanitation will occur in high traffic areas on board the ship. Every night, electrostatic disinfectant sprayers will be deployed in all public areas and restrooms. These devices spray cleaning solution and static charged mist so that it disperses evenly and adheres to all types of surfaces to disinfect them. Other travel companies, including hotels and airlines, that have adopted this technology, and a demonstration was given on their website. So Royal Caribbean is working to get to where they can meet, what the CDC wants, I guess. So this all falls in line to what the Asian company said a couple weeks ago, Genting, very similar stuff to them. So Royal Caribbean, and they so far has not changed their schedule. but the other two companies have basically shutting down for the year. All right, I'll be back with a couple other things, and then we'll take a look at chats in just a second. But first, a word from Scoot Around.
Do you have a bad back, bad hips, bad knees, or any other mobility issues? Think about Scoot Around. For scooters, walkers, wheelchairs, even oxygen needs, delivered right to your cabin. Scoot Around for all your mobility needs on your upcoming cruise.
All right, I'm back. One other thing before we get to comments. You know, I've talked for a couple times about the critter. There we had Gravelly Hill Greg, which was a groundhog that lived here on the farm. And his old lady, who's Juanita, we're making residence under the house here and causing a racket. And I've complained about that at times before. Well, Juanita, who has run Gravelly Hill Greg off, I guess, came out with, before it turned cold here yesterday, the day before, came out with her 4, count them, 4 offsprings. That's in the backyard here. 4 baby groundhogs to go with Juanita and Gravelly Hill Greg. And apparently they got these complex tunnels that go from under my house to under the pool house to my storage shed. I don't know. They go everywhere. We got these damn groundhogs. And my niece, of course, is an animal lover, so I'm not allowed to do anything about them except smile and say, eat some more grass. I'm real happy about Gravelly Hill Greg and Juanita. So anyway, that's the groundhog story for the day. Thought you'd appreciate that. All right, got a whole ton of comments, so let's go up here and see if I can get caught up on them. Bonnie says to Tom, sorry about your shoulder. Bonnie says, good luck with Norwegian. She had trouble with them. Tom says, left arm is hurting. The weed eater needs to go before the house is overrun. Yeah, Tom, do like I did. I hire people now. I quit. You know, after I don't know how many years of mowing my 8.5 acres, I pay for it to be done now. The hell with killing myself anymore. Good morning. How Emily wants to know how I'm feeling. I feel like crap, Emily. I tell you. And Tom says, and you get to wait 90 days. Well, yeah, you know, Tom, I understand that. I don't care about the 90 days. It's just let's get it over with. And now I'm mad enough now at Norwegian and Vacations to Go that I'm, you know, to hell with both of them. I'm angry at both, and I don't mind saying it publicly either. So, Bonnie says she knows the feeling. She's mad at the world. Yeah, I was that way when I first knew my cruise got canceled. Emily says I'm allowed to be upset. Amy says, I'm listening to you in the car. I'm at a stoplight. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know anybody listened to me while they're driving. Try to pay attention to your driving, Amy, not to my idiot ravings. Tom says, chill out, Chillie. Use get the 20% another cruise. That 20% was applied to 7 cruises. Very happy. Wow, that's nice. So wow, that's a heck of a savings. Gretchen, oh Bonnie, I know the feeling of being canceled. Yeah, Gretchen was supposed to go on that first week of July too. Tom says we have Chillie on the big screen 60-inch TV. Oh, that's scary. Big fat guy on a 60-inch. Wow, larger than life, and my life's large enough, Tom. Bonnie says I had AT&T here today to repair my internet. they wouldn't come in the house with the dogs. Said he could fix it outside, not fixed. Yeah, you have such vicious dogs too, Bonnie. Well, I don't know. The princess might bark. So Bonnie says Emily's cookies sound wonderful. Median age on those lines is too high. Jason says, yeah, well, it's, Holland America, especially, I loved Holland America. It was all people my age. I mean, there wasn't anybody younger. So it was great for me. Yeah, John from Minnesota. That's my buddy John up there. John and I co-host a show with Pete over there in London on Sunday. And by the way, this Sunday, folks, on our show from London on the Cruises for Solos show on Sunday that John and I co-host with Pete, our guest is going to be our friend Emma Latisse of Cruising Isn't Just for Old Folks. She's also talks funny like Pete does. And most of you have seen Emma before on my shows. I've interviewed her twice before. So I'm going to get to play with Emma again on Sunday on the Solo for Cruises show. Tom Henry says, Bonnie, unplug your router and reboot. Number one step in fixing electronics. Yeah. Good luck, Bonnie. Bonnie says she fits into that median age too, and she's fine with that. Yeah, Bonnie and I are two people that are old and don't mind being old. Yeah, what the hell? I'm not gonna fuss about it. Get by as best I can. Gretchen says, I'd still like to go on the Enchanted Princess, but when will it sail again and where? That's a $64,000 question, Gretchen. I have no idea. I have no idea how the schedules are all going to change now, and what they're going to do. Because I'm not entirely sure that they're done yet. So I think Carnival's main line, the parent company, I think the next big change is going to come from them again. But that's just my thinking on it. So anyway, we'll see. I think our industry is it's definitely going to have a new face whenever we sail again. So I am glad that maybe that did not have to do the doctor's note. Although I have requested an interview on a Chillie Chats with a physician that we can talk about, especially for you folks like me that are sheltering in place as senior citizens, and what that actually means once the economy in the various states start opening. Now, Virginia, we've got another week until it starts opening more than just the medical stuff that opened this week, or actually last Friday. The 14th, they're going to start actually opening the state up. But that does not mean that I'm safe as a senior citizen to go out and go back to normal. Because other people can still infect me with this thing, because I think the numbers are still going to go up, because I think a lot of these places have tried to go too quick on the opening up. But that's just my thought. So Emily says that's why I can't physically go into the store, because her mom has diabetes. I'm at home for my mom. Yeah, well, my niece is the same way. My niece does all of our stuff. So we don't go out. My sister and her better half and me, they're older than I am. So my niece does all the running. Of course, I did have to go to the dentist, which I did on Monday, and I'll, hopefully can go back by the time I get off of this show. I did have a phone call coming in from one of the dentist's office, so hopefully somebody can see me sooner than I thought, which would ease things somewhat. But anyway, Jason says, if I can get off work, I'll sail Carnival on August the 1st. If Carnival sails on August the 1st, Jason, great. And I just don't think it's going to happen, but I'd be tickled if it is. Because if you get to sail August 1st, we're going to set up and do, we're going to do a live stream from wherever the cruise ship you're on. So I'm just telling you that up front now. So Amy says, don't you think cruise lines, particularly a Holland, America, and Princess, are going to wait to see how Carnival does in the Caribbean in August? If it works well, maybe they will do fall Caribbean. I don't know. Amy, that's an interesting point, and maybe you're right. Because like I said on Tuesday, I hope all you guys can tell me I'm crazy as hell before it's over with. That, in fact, what Carnival says is what's going to happen, and they're going to start sailing after July 24th, when the CDC allows it again. But then Holland, America, once they cancel stuff, it's going to be very difficult for them to back out of it. So I don't know. It's a tough call, and it's more, to me, it's more likely that they're all moving toward just canceling the whole year. They just don't want to do it all yet. Tom says Cindy and I are going for a drive to Portsmouth when Chillie is done. Pick up on TWB later if we make it without a rest. Tom's in Richmond, so they're going to go down and see the Norwegian ships. I told you that he was going to sneak down there and take a picture. They're going to see the Norwegian ships that are in Norfolk. I guarantee it. That's where they're going. So Bonnie says she doesn't think Carnival will actually sell August 1st either. So who knows? It's nuts. John says he froze here last night. Yeah, it got down to it was 38 this morning when I got up. But we have frost warnings for the next 2 nights here, John. So we're actually supposed to get down below freezing. I'm sorry, in May in Virginia is not supposed to do that. So it's cold. So I'm back at winter clothes. What can I tell you? And I'm not going outside any more than I have to. So Bonnie says she could lend me her trap. She's got a trap down there for the raccoon. Yeah, well, see, that's the problem, though, Bonnie. If I trap the groundhogs, then I got to dispose of them somewhere that my niece will be happy with. And unless you take them about 20 miles away, they're going to end up right back in your backyard in no time. So I don't know. I just let them grow. They'll go off on their way sometime. Kay Walker, try sprinkling chili powder and all kinds of spices by holes the groundhogs dig. They made them leave our place. Chili powder? Well, I can do that. If I can find all of their holes. They got a bunch of them. So thank you, Kay. I'll give that a shot. Jim Simpson, I'm a courier and listening to you right now. I am just north of the lake at Okeechobee, Florida. All right, Jim, good luck driving out there. I wish I was in Florida because it's cold up here right now. We had nice weather up until 2 days ago, and then it's went to hell again. So, let's see. Bonnie tells Jim and she is in Lake Worth. So anyway, we've got a whole bunch of comments this morning. It's great that you guys. Jason's blaming the weather on COVID-19. And I like your thought, Jason. Everything is COVID-19's fault. So anyway, that's going to wrap me up for today, guys. I appreciate all of y'all being here and letting me, even though I didn't rant at the cruise industry like I did on Tuesday. I'm ranting at NCL and Vacations to Go and Groundhogs and the damn dentist. So anyway, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll see you guys again on Saturday. And of course, if anything major happens between now and then, I'll come in live or get a video up or do something to get the information to you. In the meantime, you guys stay safe, be healthy, be good, have fun, and think about cruising one of these days. So that's it for the old fat travel guy. I'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you for watching today's travel and cruise industry news. Join us every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern for another episode. Travel and Cruise Industry News is a production of Chillie's Cruises.